6. I'm going live. I'm actually live. It's okay. You're just walking down the... I was taking a thumbnail. I'm live right now. It's okay. You're good. No, you can hang out. Have a drink.
Until you have some friends.
Yeah, I have no friends. I hope I get friends one day. One day I'll get friends. We're going to do a... Oh, live chat. Who's that guy? We're going to have a hangout. 30,000 subscribers. Let's have a couple shots. Maybe a drink or two. Come hang out. Clean Check Outdoors. YouTube live. What's up, everybody? What's going on? We're just doing a little Instagram post here, you know. Just doing the things. What's up going on, everybody? What's going on? It is nice outside, isn't it? Is everybody fishing? Hope everybody's fishing. Hope you guys are having a drink tonight. Jim, welcome. Beer in hand. Nice, dude. Nice. Hope everybody's going to have a drink. Here's to everybody. A cheers. Boop. I'm having a dill pickled bean Caesar. Cheers to everybody. So good. Been on Quinty. Dave, you've been sending me some photos. That's pretty deadly. Holy cow, the chat's going to load up in here already. Good evening to everybody. No ice where you are. I have, depending on the lake, anywhere between 2 inches to 12 inches I've seen already. So quite a bit of ice in certain areas. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Waiting on ice. I hope we get it soon. Tank of a catfish right there, right? PB catfish right there. It's like 67 inches. We should measure it one day. Do some hero shots, you know, with it. Something like that. Hello from Lake Simcoe. Hello from Illinois. Brass Tacks. Are you sponsored by all these companies? Because if not, you're spending thousands of gear. Definitely some companies help me out once in a while. Hi. Companies send me gear, but only if I approve of the gear. And I always tell them that I'm going to put it through the ringer and I'm going to be honest with what I think of it. So that's kind of how that works in that sense. I've only really used good quality gear. Must have accessories. Would you recommend a fish? There's a fish out of my Otter Pro cabin. If you have an Otter Pro, so you have the rail there with the 2 bench seats. You want an Otter Sidekick or the Otter Sportsman's Caddy, I believe it's called. You want the cargo nets and you want the rod holder. And am I missing anything? And the lights. The lights are pretty awesome too. Those are like some must-have accessories in my opinion. I just started using the little Sidekick recently. It's pretty handy. I like it. I use the Sportsman's Caddy to put a lot of gear in, but the Caddy is like also really, really handy. Congratulations on 30,000. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate it, obviously, because of all of you guys for watching the videos, guys and girls, obviously. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I noticed you and Jay switched to the G2 Auger from Strikemaster. How do you like the G2? So far, my thoughts on the Auger are amazing. Now, I haven't got to use it late season, so I don't know what it's going to be like when it comes to lots of ice and slush, but I had about 13 inches of ice the other day, and it was pretty awesome in the whole terms of like just I could have one hand on the Auger, I could walk around with the flasher and a rod in the other hand, and I put on so many miles basically just scouting and looking for fish. Normally, my old gas auger, I remember back in the days, like you drilled 4 holes and you're like pooped. So it was pretty nice, honestly. I'm very happy with the G2 so far. I can't give it a full review yet because it wouldn't be fair because I haven't used it late season, but so far it's been amazing. Like it's so light and it drills really good. It's the only complaint I had about the Strikemaster was obviously it's a little bit heavier, but it's still light compared to a lot of other augers. But when you would get near the bottom of the hole, you'd have to kind of just let up a little bit because if not, it would kind of jar you. The G2 just goes straight through like nothing. So good. Okay, you guys, any comments I do miss, I apologize. I'll say it now. Try to bring it back up in a comment at some point, whether I get to it or not. Obviously, I'll try, but don't like hammer it on there. But basically, bring it up once in a while. Okay, let's see here. Early perch video. Yes, it's not. I'm going to try to do it. I don't post anything on Snapchat. I don't. I'll get to these couple. We're going to have a shot here for you two guys right away. And that's one more question. I'll get to those. I saw a question there I wanted to answer. Where was it? Where was it? I talked about the auger. Man, I missed it. I had a question there I wanted to answer, right? I missed it for sure. So I'm going to get to these ones here. Hey, Clayton, what are the walleye habitats right now this time of year versus, say, spawn season? Well, Chris, first off, I have a little shot for you. Anybody that is donating some money like that, we're going to have a little shot. This is a Last Mountain Distillery apple pie moonshine. So thank you so much. We're going to have some shots tonight. We got to celebrate. Okay. Cheers, Chris. Oh, awesome. Okay, right now, your walleyes, compared to your spawn season, the spawn season, they're going to be going towards some more creeks, water inflow, stuff like that, where they're going to be in their spawning areas. Right now, they're chasing around bait as much as they can. They're on a mission right now to eat as much as they can. Obviously, they're going to be slow at times too, but they're going to eat because cold is coming. When it starts to get really cold, they go a little bit more. They slow their metabolism down even more than they are right now, obviously. So right now, bait. Find the bait, find the fish. Cisco's are just finishing their spawn. Cisco's are going to be spawning in some of the shallower mud bays. So you're going to be one on the outside of those bays as the Cisco's are coming out. A lot of times, like say if you have a big bay that's like right in here like this, and you have a point that's here and here, anywhere out in that mouth of that bay or those points, as those walleyes are going to be basically ambushing those Cisco's as they're coming out, if that makes sense. Mud bottoms are really good right now because the Cisco's too, they're going to be regrouping from their spawns. They're going to be eating a lot of little bugs. So the Cisco's are going to be in amongst all those in the mud, trying to chase all those bugs around there, and then the walleyes will come in after. So it's a little bit different from the whole spawn season. You just got to search for them. You got to search for them. It takes a lot at this time of the year, but usually your prime time hours to early morning, late night are going to be good. Matthew Hawes, howdy from Yorkton. Seems like fish are still deep at Lake of the Prairies. Just picked up a Helix 7. Yeah, the fish were really off when I was at Lake of the Prairies the other day. So hopefully things pick up there at some point. Cheers, Matthew. Thank you very much. Okay, I gotta get some questions here. I'm stuck in the worst time of the year. The boat's put away. The ice isn't formed yet. I totally get that. Totally understand what you're saying. Happens to me too. A lot of times though, you can still fish the bigger lakes with the boat and try to find the smaller lakes. So if you search hard enough, you can definitely find it. Sup. I can't pronounce your name. Rowan Outdoors. Hello. Chris Braun. What are your thoughts on the Humminberg's version of the Panoptix? If it's going to be good, in my opinion, Humminberg isn't going to release something that is so. Obviously, though, we haven't seen any video of it or pictures or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Definitely. I can't really give any opinions on it because I haven't seen it myself. So I'm excited though. Definitely excited about it. Hello from Johnny and I. Hello. What are your thoughts on the Garmin Panoptix? The Garmin Panoptix is a great unit. I don't own one. It's like another, if anybody that golfs, it's like having another wedge in your tackle bag. If that makes sense. Just another tool. Kayak fishing. I don't do any kayak fishing. Do I recommend the Ion Ice Auger? I recommend the Ion G2 to be the one. The original Ion Auger, I used it. The 8-inch was okay. The 10-inch didn't do it for me, but the Ion G2 has been very good. Have you ever fished Little Bear Lake for lake trout? I have not. Clayton, what did you learn only from catching 2 walleyes and drilling 60 holes? Stick near the shacks? Exactly. I think if I would have fished a lot of those other spots that I fished earlier in the day at prime time, I feel like they would have been good. The walleyes just weren't there when I was there, because even the last spot I fished, it was dead for like an hour and a half, and then finally end of the night, a couple of fish moved in. So I think if I could go back, I would have went back to one of those humps at prime time and tried it instead. If I could go back. Do you any fishing in Lake of the Woods? Very little. It's a little bit further away from me, so I haven't made it there yet. Hopefully I shouldn't say that. I fished there a couple times with Jay, but I haven't been there recently. Are you going to do a giveaway for this stream? No giveaways on this one. This is the whole 30,000 subscriber hangout chat type of thing. Giveaways in the future. I have some giveaways from what's his name? Cougar Baits is giving me a bunch of lures to give away, some lake trout jigs. So we'll be doing those on the next live stream. Ryan, hey Clayton, hope you had a great weekend. Send some cold weather down to Northeast Wisconsin. And what camera do you recommend for someone on a budget? Ryan, a great camera on a budget is something that you can use. It's still a good camera. It's probably about $500-600. Is the Canon G7X Mark II. That is a great camera for both photos and for some videos. Where's Uncut? He's hanging out at home, just waiting for some ice. What's your thoughts on Helix 5 versus 7? The bigger screen is obviously the where the extra money is, and in my opinion, if you can afford to go to the 7 from the 5, I would definitely be doing it for sure. Just that little bit bigger screen is much preferable. Otter or clam? Chuck, I've been using Otter now for the last, I want to say 4 years, and it's been really good to me. Clam makes a great product too. It's really comes down to personal preference. Of course, too, a little bit should be what's available to you and can be close to you type of thing, but you will not regret spending the money on an Otter product. I'll tell you that much. Their tubs and their sleighs are next to none in terms of match. Like I've seen the whole thing made and it's pretty cool. And then the shelters have been very good. Been very good for me. And I'll give some tips in the future on how, like, what to choose in terms of a flip over shelter or a hub style shelter, and a couple of things that can help you throughout that thing. But Otter or clam, you won't go wrong with either. But I've been using Otter for 4 years, and there's a reason why I continue using it. Electric or gas auger. I always used to say that there was no place for electric augers, but that has changed my mind over the last couple of years. Vexler, Humminberg. I'm a huge fan of the Humminbirds. The Vexlers make great units too. Like they can go back to the whole clam otter thing. They make great unit, but I like having the Humminberg because I have my mapping and my GPS and all that available at the same time. Who makes your tubes for laker fishing? I don't know the name. Check out Pete's Pro Tackle in Manitoba, and they believe they will ship them out to you. I believe they're doing an online site here at some point too. Pete's Pro Tackle. If you're not using bait for pike, what lure do you recommend? If you're not going to use bait for pike, big like flutter spoons, like something you can rip up and it'll flutter down and make lots of action. Like not your heavy like 5 of diamonds daredevils, but like your bigger spoons, like a pelican spoon, a gator spoon, something that's really thin that's going to flutter a lot. I'll hide that comment. J versus Clay walleye version. Will you do it? Yes, we probably will at some point. We probably will at some point, I would say. I'm sure. What do you recommend to catch my first lake trout through the ice this year? Small little spoon, like a little Cleo spoon, something like that. Something that's heavy, you can get down quick. The clam leech flutter spoon is very good. I like those. You can go with a bigger dinner bell. It just won't drop as fast, but you can never go wrong with a little spoon. Favorite boots? My favorite boots have been the Cabela's Trans-Alaskan Pack boots. I've gone through a lot of different boots. I used to get my feet used to get cold and wet, but I've been very happy with these ones recently. Vexler to get on a budget. Nick, I can't really help you. I don't know the whole Vexler lineup, so unfortunately, I can't help you with that one. I really apologize. Do you like the VMC Tingler spoons? I haven't used them a lot, but I believe the VMC Tingler spoon is a lot like the Custom Spins and Jigs Slender Spoon, and I really like the Slender Spoon. Any news on 39 Hours Ice Edition? Nah, no news. Will you make another video with Uncut this season? I'm sure at some point we will. At some point, I'm sure. Aaron and I will get together. Carter, what's up, dude? Shouldn't you be home soon? Carter's coming home from work, and he should be home here right away. He can have some drinks. I forgot I need a drink with my sip. Let's have a cheers. Cheers, everybody. Have a drink. Unless you don't drink or you're under 18, have a Pepsi. Thank you very much, you guys. The 30,000 subs. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. What's your opinion on the bait feeder reels? I love the bait feeder reels. I just feel that for ice fishing, they're not as good. So for a bait feeder to work properly, your rod should be sitting with your line going straight out towards the bait. As soon as you give it any type of angle, the bait feeder won't work properly. So at that point, you might as well just open your bail or loosen your drag down all the way. Bait feeders are meant to be pointed right at the bait. How long have you been fishing? What am I, 38 now? I'm old. Probably for 30, 33 years, since I was like 5, 6 years old, something like that, I think. Long time. Long time. Can you catch Jay in the sub count? Nah, Jay's 50,000 subscribers. He's pumping out the videos. He's killing it. We won't catch him, and that's okay. That's not what it's all about. The more videos Aaron can put out, the more videos Jay can put out, and I can put out, the better for all of us. And that's the goal. There's no competition between us. So, but on that note, if you guys aren't subscribed to me or following me on Instagram, I need to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram. I'm short like by 200. I need to get that swipe up little feature that those fancy guys have. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. If you haven't, I'd appreciate it. Are you going to upgrade to a Panoptix? No, I'm waiting for the Humminberg Mega Live. That is what I have made for it. We're going to... how do we get rid of that guy? Hide user on this channel. I'm not going to do it. You're gone. Best minnow type for pike. We don't use live bait where we are for minnow, so probably a question I really can't answer. I apologize. Lots on Frostbite rods. I've been liking them in the last 2 years. I've been using them for 2 years now, and they've been good. I've been very happy with them. I really like the action of them and the quality of them in that sense. It's hard to get a high quality rod for cheap. It's tough. Hunter, congratulations on 30K. Any tips on getting big Lakers in the best times of the year? January, February, March, honestly, you can't go wrong. Hunter, I still need to get you out that toque and the decal. I don't know why it hasn't been delivered there. I will get it out on Monday, the second one. So I was hoping it was just going to show up like a lot of other mail. We'll get it to you. We'll get her out there. I apologize for the lateness on getting the second one out. You come to Lake Simcoe? Sorry, not coming to Lake Simcoe. I don't post any content on Snapchat. I just do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Would you rather catch a monster pike or a big laker? Big laker. What is your go-to eye lure for ice? It's been probably a tantrum, frostbite tantrum, and I'd say either a slender spoon or dinner bell was really good for me last year. Some type of like flutter jigging spoon. I always seem to use something different every year, and I got some other stuff coming this year that I'm going to be fooling around with as well. So, can you talk about pike locations early to mid-season? I wish I knew more about that. Honestly, I feel like they could be anywhere right now. The pike just seem to be roaming, so it's really hard. I think once you find a good area, though, that there's a good chance it can be consistent to that area. So, put some time in, do some searching. I would say probably even and be that like 5 to 10 feet and just move around lots, something that's allocated close to deep water. Hot rods, I don't use any hot rods. I'm pretty sure they're good. I just haven't used them at all. Can you shed some light on how deep you can catch one of these crappies without killing them? I don't know crappies very well, but like anything else, like as soon as you start fishing, like anything deeper than 30 feet, you have to be so careful. Like, yes, you can catch fish in 30 feet and they're going to swim away fine. But sometimes, obviously, you know, they're not. They suffer from barotrauma. My rule of thumb is for any of the bigger fish, like for walleye, I don't ever go any deeper than like 33, 34 feet. And for the smaller fish, like perch or for crappie, I will probably stay under like that 25 feet. I haven't done any crappie fishing, but I'm talking perch fishing. What is your PB? PB for what? You guys don't spam the chat. That's all I ask. Just don't spam it. PB walleye is 13.56 pounds, if that's what you're looking at. Just don't spam it there, Caden. That's all I ask. I don't have a flasher or camera. I know the flasher is a more solid choice, but I'm leaning hard on a camera to add that to my videos. I would think, sorry, I'm just trying to read 2 messages. I want to see if I can answer both. The flasher is going to help you catch more fish. The camera is going to help you enjoy it more, the experience more. So if your goal is to catch more fish, the flasher. If your goal is to enjoy the whole experience, then definitely the camera. I hope that helps. KGF Fishing, thanks. Congrats, Clayton. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're pumping out the videos and killing it this year. If you're gonna go for whitefish, what do you recommend using? I would say probably some like smaller types baits like tiny like little tungsten jigs. tungsten jigs that are like tied up with some like feathers. Almost look like kind of fly. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I'm rambling, but small stuff, whitefish, small stuff for sure. And I've seen a lot of times cruise the bottom and eat stuff out of the mud, like little bugs and parasites right out of the mud on the bottom. So stay down low and just let them eat the stuff out of the mud. Obviously catch them high too, but a lot of times you catch them right on the bottom. How long do your batteries last on the Helixes? Mine last a long time, and that's because I'm using the Dakota lithium batteries. I can go like 2 days on a 12-volt 10-amp battery. It's a good battery to have with the Helix. I had another super chat there I need to get to. Congratulations. Looking for a graph of my grandfather's for 18.5-foot Lund. They'll be good quality, but will also break my college student budget. My advice for that would be the Humminberg Helix 7. And get like the all season kit where you can use it for ice fishing or for open water, but it's something that will probably it should fit in your budget. Hopefully that would be a great unit to start with. The Humminberg Helix 7, the all season unit. What videos do you enjoy making the most? Probably the lake trout videos and the walleye videos. Probably the ones I enjoy the most. Is all your merch going to be on Teespring from now on? D. Hoffman, I'm slowly transitioning over to Teespring. I'm going to keep a few things, I think, to be selling it on myself. Is anybody have bad experiences with Teespring? That would be something to definitely to look into more with people in that sense to know. So I'd be curious about that, Dason. Very curious. I can't wait for lake videos. Me too. Hey, new to the page, watch 24 hours sleep on the ice. It was awesome. I'm going to try it this year. I hope you do try it. Just be very safe out there. That's all I will say. I'm not a panfish guy, but a dipstick works well for trout. Anyways, answering other people's questions. Thank you so much. It's so hard to get to everybody's questions. So hard. I do have a Facebook page, Clayton Chick Outdoors. Nothing beats lake trout. What are some tips for ice fishing a lake you've never fished before? Let's say you're targeting walleyes. What approach do you take? Well, I just put a video out not too long ago that I drilled 60 holes. So I'm going to say drill a lot. Drill a lot and search. Don't get content or stubborn and just fish one spot the whole day. Move around. Spend lots of time searching. Points, extended points, and flats that are near like some deep water or shallow water basins. Either or. Flats are always a good thing to try this time of year as well. Are flip ups easy to slide across the lake without damaging the cloth? You usually keep all your cloth off of the lake when you move it across. That would be my recommendation. I have wrecked one about 4 or 5 years ago that came out of the cover a bit and on the sled. Now, pulling across by lake by hand, you're going to be fine. You're not going to wreck anything, but you still want to be careful with it for sure. Go Clayton. You're number one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I went out today on the Red River, jigging a minute all day. Yeah, buddy, jigging a minute. We're gonna get some t-shirts. Jigging a minute. We've been hammering on the Upper Red in Minnesota through the ice. You should come down. I know you guys that so much. There's a lot of pressure down there on the Red Lake, though, isn't there? Any pike videos soon? Nothing soon unless I catch one accidental. I probably won't look to fish the pike until the new year. Right now, I'll be focusing on walleye for the next little bit, and hopefully, if COVID slows down, I'd like to get out and go fish some crappie with Jay as well. But I'm going to be on a hard walleye search here in the month of December. Great job, Clayton. Your video show why you deserve it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ever tried bow fishing? No, I've never tried any bow fishing. Thoughts on the Garmin electronics? I don't have any experience with the Garmin, so it's really hard for me to say anything on it, to be fair. Any trips to Great Bear or Slave Lake for big lakers? I haven't been to Great Bear or Slave, but I'd like to get to Great Bear one day in the future for sure. Any videos for stock trout? I do have some plans for stock trout, some brookies here in the near future. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just trying to get something fixed on my sled. My brake caliper seized on me, so I took it out the other day, and now I have to try to get a brake caliper, and apparently there's none in Canada, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Have you tried Jay's fish batter? Yes, I have tried Jay's fish batter. It was very enjoyable. It was very crispy. Very crispy. Very jealous you're on the ice. Yes, It's been good, not gonna lie. What's the best snowmobile for ice fishing? Probably something fan cooled for sure. I like a Skidoo Scandic or oh, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Expedition, I think it is, something like that. Skidoo makes a good product for sure. Are you doing any Last Mountain or Tobin Lake videos this winter? I should make it out to both this year for sure. I love Last Mountain and I love Tobin. Are there going to be any clay versus J ice fishing competitions? Yes, there will be. Tips for shallow water walleyes, shallow lake. Move around lots. You should be able. If it's a shallow lake, it's just going to take time, a matter of finding them. If it's the deep water where it's hard because you can't go fish that deep water. If the lake is shallow, you just got to keep moving until you find them. Honestly, like search, lots of holes. Hyperglide or rattle. I prefer probably the hyper rattle, although the hyperglide, it works very well during ice fishing. I come to open water, I definitely would prefer the hyper rattle though, for sure. I love my Yamaha Venture. I know other people have used that sled too and they really like it. What pound braid should I put on a bait caster? That all depends on what you're fishing for, honestly, or the baits that you're fishing with. Normally the line that you're going to put on relates more to the baits that you're going to be using. And ideas on the borders will be open, back open. No, I have no clue. I really wish I knew. It is sad to see them close for sure. Very sad. I've used a Buddy's Helix 7. I love the different screens for ice fishing. Are there a lot of options? The Garmin too. I'm not sure if there's as many options on the Garmin. I really don't know. I wish I could help you with that one. What do you think about the dinner bell for trout walleye? The dinner bell's been an awesome spoon for me. I've caught a lot of fish on it, both probably more walleye than I have lake trout, but I know it'll work for lake trout. I just haven't put a lot of time into it. Clayton, learning lots from your channel and your videos. Thanks very much, K-Pat. Cheers to you. No thoughts. No. What are your thoughts on the Strikemaster 40-volt auger? I used it for 2 years. It was a very good auger. This year, I'm trying the Ion G2 though, and so far it's been very good. But the Strikemaster was a very good auger for me the last 2 years. Can a blind pike caught a blind pike yesterday? Have you ever seen that? I have, yes, where they're white, and I've caught them where there's white in one eye or white in both eyes. It's amazing how they can still find everything like that. It just shows you the power of their vertical line and hunting for fish through vibrations. Are early season burbot worth trying for? Should you wait for pre-spawn? I honestly don't know, Patrick. I wish I knew. I haven't done a lot of early ice burbot, so it's really hard for me to answer your question. Joey, hi. Hope all is well with you, dude. Kyle, hunting's been good. I did harvest a whitetail. I will be trying to do a video on that very soon. Next time I go ice fishing, I'm going to sit down and talk to the camera. I have so many pictures to go over and all that. I didn't film any of the hunting. I will in the future, but I do want to talk about the hunting and what I had going on. So I will be looking to put something out. Lateral line. There you go. What did I say? Vertical line? I think I said vertical. Lateral line. Yes, Luca. Thank you so much. Burb's the word. Burb is the word. Ever do any waterfowl hunting? Yes, I do waterfowl hunting. I used to guide for it for 10 years actually. Trained my old trained my own chocolate lab for it as well. So it's something I enjoy for sure. What's my biggest burb? You know, I really don't know. Probably like between 10 and 13 pounds, something like that. What size of dinner bell for walleye? I like the 3/8 probably would be. I would use it more. That being said, I don't know that all the sizes, if those match up, but the medium and the large dinner bell are going to be the two you want to use for walleyes. Is it worth the money for nice bibs? Way worth it. Way worth it. I love my striker bibs. I'm not going to lie. Where are the walleyes on Lake of the Prairie? Lake of the Prairie's clay? I don't know. They're hiding. They're hiding. Clayton finally caught a live stream. Awesome. Love your channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for making it. Thanks for watching all the videos. What's the best step for walleye fishing? Jordan, that's really going to depend on your lake, honestly. But it's going to sound weird, but somewhere between 10 and 25 feet is usually where I end up fishing. Waterfowl is tough to film. It's very tough to film. Do you know Seabass Outdoors? I do know Seabass Outdoors, yeah. I don't know him personally, but I just know who he is and talked to him a few times. Does your snowmobile overheat on hard packed snow in the lake? Yes, Hunter, it will after a long time. Scratchers is definitely a must for sure. Scratchers will help, but on Lake Winnipeg itself, a lot of times I had to like stop and like wait a little bit and let it cool down. Give us some 39 hours season 3 hints. Sorry, I wish I knew. Wish I knew. Thanks for the awesome content. I learned so much from you. Awesome. The ice fishing videos are my favorite. The ice fishing videos seem to be a lot of people's favorites for sure. What kind of deer rifle do you have? Matthew Hawes, I shoot a big gun. I shoot a 300 Ultra Mag. I like to put them down right on their spot. Not move an inch. 0 tracking time. 0 meat wasted too if you make a good shot. Just got my approval from my doctor to go ice fishing. Nice. Well, get out there. Get out there. What are those glow chart jigs you were those Lakers out with? Those glow chartreuse jigs? I don't know if I was using some kind of glow chartreuse. I can't really remember. Rocco, yes, you did win the last giveaway. Not a boy. Do you use runners on the sleds on ice? Do you recommend them? I have scratchers. I think you have to use runners on any sled. If like any sled will have a runner, which keeps your track away from the metal, basically. Any overnight fishing this year? Yes, I'm going to do more overnighters for sure. I'm doing one very soon, actually. Very soon. Get outside, folks. Yes, fish. Get outside. Brand of ice boot. I mentioned it earlier, but the Cabela's Trans-Alaskan Pack Boot. That's been my favorite for sure. Do a video with Taro. I wish I could do a video with Taro. We're so far away. I would love to see that guy more often. Anyone else can tell the size of the fish by now how Clayton is breathing when he hooks up, right? Right? Heavier the breathing, that or I just drilled 60 holes. Totally, though. Totally. Yes, scratchers, sorry. Yes, get scratchers, Ryan. Scratchers are much needed for sleds that you're going to be running hard pack with. Your sliders will run so much longer. So much longer. Have you tried the new Buddy Flex heater? I have not. I have not. Congratulations, Clayton. Always love your videos. You deserve way more credit. I appreciate the kind words, Jeremy. Just got to keep making them. I'm very happy with 30,000 subscribers. If I don't get another subscriber ever, that's fine. We'll just keep doing it. Will Tigger make an appearance for this special occasion? I'm sure now, because I just said that out loud, I'm pretty sure Cindy will bring down Tigger at some point, or Carter will. Carter's home too now. I need a drink. Try to talk as fast as I can. I did shoot a buck. I'm going to make a video about it soon. You guys will have to wait and see which one I shot. I had some pretty good deer on camera, though. I had some really good ones for sure. Oh, you can get a lot out of a whole battery. Jay Siemens made a video where he got like 100. Yeah, Jay did like 100 holes out of one battery on an 8-inch. I was using a 12, but definitely a little bit harder working. So I'm saying you probably do about 70 holes with probably with the 10-inch. Good lures for beginner walleyes. Jig in a minute. Can't go wrong with a jig in a minute. Or smaller spoons is always good too. Any Sea Bass Outdoors collaborations in the making? Nothing in the near future. It's just so hard to do any kind of traveling with COVID for sure. It's really tough. What first flasher would you recommend? Just as far as a flasher, I started Carter on an Ice 35 a couple years ago, and he's still fishing with it now. I'm going to upgrade him to something here, hopefully this year yet. But the Ice 35 was a great starting unit. The new Shimano Vanford, new version of CI4 thoughts. I have some on the way at some point. I just know they're all back ordered, so I'm waiting to get a couple in my hands, and then I'll really be able to tell you what it's like. Oh, there's a question I want to answer there. Any ice rods specifications for walleye length, action, weight? Right, honestly, the Frostbite True Grit 38-inch medium. That is the rod you want. What is your favorite Frostbite rod? There, I just answered that right there. The True Grit so far has been my favorite one. What helped you grow your channel the most? Hard work, time, lots of time, commitment, and some help from some friends. I got a great start the last couple of years doing some collabs with Aaron, Uncut Angling. I gained a lot of followers from him, being on his videos, being with Jay. Friends and collabs has a lot to do with it for sure. Hard work is right up there, right second to it probably. I'll never take full credit for building anything on my own. You always have people helping you along the way. So that's where all the credit would go to, the people and then the hard work. When are the CSO ice rods coming out? There's no CSO ice rods coming out anytime in the future here. I made a decision just to kind of stay away from that because I didn't want to make it seem like that's the only rod I wanted to sell when there's so many different good rods out there. but I will put my stamp of approval on a lot of rods from Frostbite that I've been using. Chris, congratulations on 30K. Thank you so much. Sorry to hear about your skunk today. Cindy filled me in. We'll get out there fishing. We'll get out there fishing sometime. And having confidence in yourself. Yes, that's a good one too. Always have confidence in yourself. Just make videos. If you want to try to grow a following, just make videos and don't stop making videos. You keep learning. Learn, learn, learn. Clay Chick is the new uncut angling. No, no, no. You could never replace uncut angling. Never. Hey, Clay. Hello. Hi. Hi. If you're going to go trophy walleye, what is your recommendation lure? If you're going to hunt trophy walleyes all day, like a big rattle bait, the Tantrum, the metallic sexy shad, it was an awesome bait for me last year. CSO podcast. Yes, a CSO podcast is in the works. It's going to happen at some point. It is. Any plans to film with Jay in the future? At some point, for sure. Here comes Tigger now. Somebody wanted to see Tigger. Here he comes. He's coming down. Cindy's bringing him. He doesn't like you guys, though, for some reason. He's always shy. He's always all... As soon as I try to edit, he's literally like jumping all over my shoulders and everything. Come here, Tigger. Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. This is the most cuddliest cat ever. Are you shy? Say hi.
I'll have to go
Too many lights or what? Too many lights? Look, he doesn't like looking at you guys. I don't know why. Look at, he's over here. He's shy. He is the cutest cat in the world in terms of how cuddly he is. He's got attitude, though. He meowed at Cindy all day today to go outside. Finally, Cindy took him outside.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to look at the computer screen. Cindy took him outside, and he was cold for 1 minute, and he's like, I'm coming back in. Yeah. He's quite the cuddly cat. That's Tigger. Maybe we want to see Tigger. Right?
He's just
Yeah. Okay. He likes beard rubs. Okay. He's purring now. You can take him now. I'll continue the chat.
Supper's ready when you're done.
Yeah, I'm going to chat for a while yet. Ion or Strikemaster. Joey, really hard to say that for sure so far. I've been liking the Ion, and if it continues to be as good as it has been so far, it is definitely going to get used a lot. Well, this person is going to be gone forever. Ellie, Awal, whoever you are, see ya. You're not wanted here. Hide user on this channel. Bye. See how easy that is? I love when people come in here and open their mouth and say something stupid. We'll just send you away forever. It's pretty amazing. You have the power of the mouse. How do you catch fish without a flasher? I think you just drill a hole and you drop your lure down and the fish comes up and bites. I don't know. Honestly, I'm so spoiled when it comes to fishing with electronics. It's so hard to like, it would be so hard to go back. But I would think the biggest thing is to, if you're going to fish with a flasher, drill your hole, let it sit for a few minutes, drop your lure down, get active with it, and then slow it down and leave it sit for a little while and get active with it. And then slow it down. And then after you do it 3 or 4 times, move on. If you're not catching anything, just move on. I think that'd be the hardest thing about not marking fish or not like having a flasher is you don't know whether there's fish there or not. So you're not catching anything. Man, I'd probably drill like 300 holes in a day. Whether sometimes you're marking fish when they cruise in and out, you're not catching them. You're more likely to just kind of stick around for a little bit. So just move lots, honestly, if you don't have a flasher. And if you catch fish consistently in a hole, then don't move. Would you recommend a jaw jacker? I think I would for stock trout. I haven't really fished with it much yet at all, to be honest. So I think I would use it for stock trout. I believe would be a good tool to have. I know Jay swears by it now for stock trout because they don't swallow the bait then. I just, I haven't used it myself, but I would recommend it. Nolan Crosby just ordered a tuned up custom rod dead stick. How did you like that one? Any chance to see the smallmouth ice on ice this year? Nolan, the tuned up custom rod dead stick was an awesome rod. I love that rod. I had, I believe, a 38 or a 36 inch. I think it was a 36 inch dead stick rod, tuned up custom rods. It was a great rod. I probably preferred that action over the Commander for walleye, to be honest. So that's a very good rod. Do you know a good drill for an auger? I don't use the drills, so I can't help you out with that at all. Congratulations on 30K. My kiddos and I enjoy watching your videos. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What's your favorite length of ice rod? I've always been like that 38 to like 42-inch rod kind of a guy. I do have a 50-inch rod, though, that I'm using this year for fishing outside. I think it's going to be really awesome. Do you recommend using hole covers when running tip-ups that aren't? Yes, I do, totally. If you don't have a tip-up that's insulated, put a hole cover on there. It's going to help a lot. Best budget underwater fish camera and best budget flasher. Best budget flasher is probably your Ice 35, and the best budget underwater camera would probably be the AquaView 715C, I believe. Are you sponsored by anyone yet? I do have some sponsors that I kind of like work with, type of thing. It's always a weird word, sponsor, pro stuff, all that stuff. I've never been a big fan of those words. I have partners. Let's list that. I have partners that I work with. That's the way I like to use it for sure. Just mentioned it earlier though, but best budget underwater camera, probably the AquaView 715C, I think it's called. You ever caught a tag walleye? Yes, we caught a tag walleye last year. I never did a video with it though. We did catch a tag walleye. One. Do you do any tips, safety info for a sight hole? I have done a sight hole stuff in the past. I have some tiger trout videos for sight holes. I think that's all I really have there though. I have done it. I have used it though a little bit. Battery life on Helix lithium and band of battery. Dakota lithium battery would be the one I would choose for sure, and you're gonna get like 2 days out of the 12 volt 10 amp hour battery with a Helix 7. You'll get really close to 2 days out of it, a full 2 days. What's your favorite convenient camera to use while filming? Would be the AquaView Revolution. I think it's called Revolution 5.0 Pro 5.0. It's small, compact. I'm gonna do some more stuff with that at some point. Why did you quit the waterfowl grind? I wanted to do more fall fishing. This probably sums it up. And when I lost my puppy, the one I trained, I didn't lose interest in it. It just wasn't the same. I loved hunting waterfowl with my pup, so that's kind of the. I didn't lose interest. I just wanted to take away from it, take a break from it. Can't wait for more info on the Mega Live. Me too. Do the ice wheel. Man, that was too much work. Too much work. So pumped for ice fishing this year. Somebody just ordered something from the website. So if that's somebody on here, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Got toques right now. Got some hoodies left. I think that's it on the site right now. Show us the pup. I like to do a video sometime about Dessa. Dessa was my chocolate lab. I've got so many pictures and videos and stuff like that. I could probably do a full video on her, how awesome she was. Of course, everybody thinks their own dog's awesome, but she was awesome. Any plans to come fish Alberta mountains? Not anytime soon. I'd like to get out there one day, but probably not this year for sure. Mr. Big or Slugger for lake trout? Thinking about getting one. Where you are, Joey, probably the Mr. Big. The Slugger is going to be for the bigger baits, like your 2-ounce tube jigs or some of your Bondi baits. Probably where you are, I'd say the Mr. Big, Joey. Burb are #1 on my list. Yeah. My Dakota lithium power pack batteries help me in the blinds this hunting season. It's so good. What species of minnow do you prefer using? I really don't have any species that I prefer, honestly. To me, a bait is bait usually. Any new toques in the work? Not right now, Dason. Not right now. Just got the same toque. I ordered a bunch of them there, and we're still selling the same toque. Drinking beer tonight also. What knot do you use to tie up lures, snaps? I use the knot I use pretty much for everything is called the uni knot. I use the uni knot when connecting mono to braid, and I use the uni knot for braid or for mono. It is a very good knot. I can do it super quick, and it's never let me down. Scott, I hope that answers your question. Cheers. Oh, yeah. It's good stuff. Last Mountain, apple pie, moonshine. Remember, you must be 18. No, 19 in Saskatchewan, 18 everywhere else. As a guy that gets everything fishing related already, what would you want for Christmas? Fishing or not fishing related? Did Cindy put you up to that? I think Cindy put you up to that question. She always wants to know what I want for Christmas. I don't want anything. I just want happiness for Christmas. That's all I want. 21 in the States, you're right. 21. Someone just asked favorite bait. Jig and a minute. We need it would if I did shirts, I'll do a poll actually on YouTube. How to do, I want to do a jig and a minnow shirts. Do we do jig and minnow, jig and minnow? I'm going to do a poll and we're going to make some shirts, jig and a minute shirts. They're going to be for sale probably on Teespring though, but we're going to do some t-shirts. Yes, jig and minnows. Jig and minnow. Double uni knot plus polymer knot. Oh, somebody's ordered another. I don't even know what it was, but thank you again, whoever ordered something. Shipments will hopefully be going out soon. I got to do the shipments too, so I also got to go fishing. Do the shirt. Yes, the shirt's coming for sure. Everyone wants a 35-inch, 15-pound walleye for Christmas. Yeah, Chris, that's what I want. A 35-inch, 18-pound walleye. Jig and minnow. Jig and minnow right there. I love jig and minnow. Jig and minnow. Yeah, that's probably the one. Jig and minnow right there. Hello from Idaho. What's your biggest walleye I've caught? Tyler, it's a 32.5-inch, 13.56 pounds. So 13.5-pounder. I've caught four walleye over 13 pounds. Actually, 5 walleye over 13 pounds. 4 on one lake, 1 on another. 5. Who owns Frostbite, Peric or Aaron? It's Peric. I don't know if he owns the whole thing or whether he's got partners, but it's Alex's. He's like the owner of the company. Steven, you're late, but it's okay. You're forgiven. Still got another 15 minutes here to hang out. It's all good. Excuse me. Trying to go through these questions as fast as possible. You guys, I appreciate all of the questions. Manitoba's barbless. Yes, it is. Watching your videos helped me pick out the kind of boat I bought a few months ago. It's older and uglier than yours, but it's a great tiller model. It had a ton of floor space. That's awesome, Michael. There's nothing wrong with starting with the older and uglier boat. Everybody has to start somewhere. The tiller, the space is awesome. Just be prepared to get wet when you get awkward sideways because you are going to get wet. But it's so good. I have not been out to Last Mountain yet this year. I will at some point soon, hopefully. Do you have a pic of the jigs you were using while jigging for eyes? All right, we're not allowed to use live bait in Saskatchewan. We can in Manitoba, though. Frostbite is a great name. Frostbite's such an unbelievable name. Like, so good. Such a solid name for a company. What are my favorite bibs? The Striker Ice, probably the hardwater bibs are my favorite. The Climate bibs are my second favorite, I'd say. But probably the hardwater bibs. Old and Ugly catches many fish as a fancy new boat. 100%. I'd look at the Shimano Sedona. Oh, thank you so much for anybody that's answering questions. Chris, I appreciate that. That's awesome that you guys are helping each other out in there. I really appreciate it. That is amazing. Jason, what's up? Clayton finally got my $50 refund from Auger when I got overcharged for mentioning CSO. Oh, that's funny, Jason. When you told me that's awesome. If anybody does order anything from Auger and you mention my name, I super appreciate it for sure. The more people I can send them to buy product, the better. So thank you. That is awesome. Do you plan on doing any tip up pike videos? I do. I am going to do some tip up pike videos, just probably not till the new year. I saw you use the St. Croix Avid ice rod a couple years ago. What do you think of it? It was a good rod. I liked it. It wasn't bad at all. I think the rods have come a little bit along better. They've come a long ways now. I think if I put that one in my hand now compared to the Frostbite rods, yeah, I definitely notice a difference. But honestly, it was a great rod. Cindy does like to ice fish if she's warm. She has to be really warm. Doesn't care if she's catching fish. She just wants warmth and snacks, and that's fine. Otter warranty is exceptional. Yeah, Otter's got some awesome customer service. You just gotta, you hear the odd story about people having bad customer service at other places, not necessarily Otter, but it's like, did you contact them and talk to them properly and work, and figure things out? Like, because normally companies, if you're kind and courteous, they'll be kind and courteous back. So just keep that in mind if you ever have some kind of problem with stuff like that. If a company is going to ignore you for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you try to be kind and courteous several times, then give it to them. But until then, be kind and courteous, and you'd be surprised. You'll get some good. You get some good rapport from them, and customer service will take care of you. I know otters very well. You ever going to try the K-Drill? I have no reason to try the K-Drill right now, Carson, just because I've been loving the Ion G2. It's super light, and that's all I need right now. So now, no plans to try the K-Drill anytime soon. I do have some friends that use it, though, and I know that they like it, but I also like a 10-inch hole. Honestly, I prefer the 10-inch over the 8s for sure. I purchased a Royal Flush recently. What size of reel would you recommend? I like a 500 series reel. I don't know. Obviously, every company's got a different way to match it, but a nice small reel. The Shimano, the 500 Sahara is what I have on my Royal Flush, and I definitely recommend it. Aren't you supposed to do a shot when people purchase asking for a friend? Corey, I do the shot when somebody buys the live chat, like right here. But I haven't done the shot when somebody's been buying gear on the website. Carson, thank you for promoting the best sport on earth. On that one, we are going to have a shot for you. You're very welcome, Carson. I love to fish. And remember, anybody that does fish, just take care of the resource. Everybody take care of the resource. Oh, boy, that's a good one. Do you ever hit up the panfish bite? I do a little bit for perch. That's about it, though. Do more catch and cooks? Yes, more catch and cooks for sure. I use a 13 decent on a snitch. Great reel. There we go. See, Jason's answering some questions about rod and reels there. I just used my Frostbite rods for the very first time. Absolutely love them. That's awesome. Good for you. I'm very disappointed with the reel housing. I know the new 2.0s, the reel housing was really tight and they didn't fit on properly. I know they're trying to fix that again for the future. They're disappointed in what some of it is too. Thankfully, once you get it on there good, it doesn't seem to take away from the fishing at all, but how it fishes, it still fishes really well. But yes, I know that they're very well aware that they have something going on with the reel seats they want to fix, and they're going to do their best to fix that for the future. Steven, thank you for the videos. We'll have a shot for you too. You're very, very welcome, Steven. Thank you for the super chat. It's much appreciated. Glug, glug, glug. As the Ukrainians would say, Daboja. Oh boy. 39 hours ice or couples edition. It'd be fun. If we did 39 hours couples edition, Cindy would break up with me. What do you think of the Cranberry Lakes in northern Manitoba? I love the Cranberry Lakes. And how much you think is ice? How much ice do you think is safe to fish on? On the Cranberry Lakes, when you start taking the sled up there in terms of getting out further away, I know you want like somewhere where there's at least 15 inches of ice, because if you have 15 inches of ice, there's going to be 10 inches of ice somewhere. But if you have 10 inches of ice, there's probably going to be 5 or 6 inches of ice somewhere. So you got to be careful. So somewhere between that 12 and 15 inches of ice would be what I would look for. Have you been to the States? I've been to the States lots in the past, but nothing recently. We went to Mexico a year ago, which we didn't stop in the States for that. I was down in Minnesota about a year ago, maybe 13 months ago. Almost 400 people. Joey, yeah, 378 people in here. That's awesome. You gonna make it through the nights on those shots? Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. We're only gonna chat for like 10 minutes or so. You see that when I don't know if it's how fast I talk and how much I talk or the drinks, but I get stuffed up from talking super fast. It could be the alcohol too. Okay. Better luck with the jigging wrap or mumble wrap. I don't know if I've used a mumble wrap. I agree, Clayton Schick. A good foot of ice seems safe as long as the wind doesn't get exactly. Hi, Clayton. Playing hooky. Just dropping to say hi. Hope your deer season's been going well. Don't know if you mentioned if you got anything. I just started watching. I got. I'm gonna have a hunting video coming out sometime here in the future to kind of say the whole, or kind of give what the story of my hunting season. Hi, Jay. Everybody say hi to Jay. Jay is here. Hi, Jay. We love you. Cindy's here. I think you'd break up with me. I have a lot of work, but you would have snacks. So you gotta take Cindy fishing. She just has snacks. Hi, Jay. Jay, you're amazing. Jay, you are amazing. Jay, you should hang out more. Jay, have a drink. Jay, right now, wherever you are, probably editing, have a drink. Cheers, Jay. That's the Jay. Jay's the real winner. He just hit 50,000 subscribers the other day. He's the real winner here. Go-to fishing line for walleye. I like the Power Pro ice braid, and then I use a lot of P-line fluorocarbon Halo. It's called Halo. It's like it got a greenish tinge to it. That's probably my favorite fluorocarbon line. It's something I used years ago, and I caught a pile of big fish with it. And then I switched over to something else, which I'm sure is just as good, but I was catching less big fish, and my mind played tricks with me, and I went back to the Halo again. And come to think of it, I probably still haven't caught as many big fish back when I used to. So maybe it's not the line. Maybe it's the cameras. Maybe as soon as you start pulling up the cameras, you catch less big fish. I tried to buy a Burnt Series dipstick. It was sold out 4 days after launch. Oh, man. Yeah, Ryan, there will be more rods coming out in the near future. I'm sure they got another shipment coming in soon. Congratulations, 30K. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Opinion on 13 fishing. I don't really have any opinion on it because I haven't spent any time with it. So unfortunately, I can't give you any insight on it. When is the Jay vs. Clay Ice Edition? As soon as that boy wants to lose. Jay, biggest walleye tomorrow. Let's go. I can't catch walleye, neither can Jay, so it'll probably be a pretty boring video. When you get that mega live, I'll set you up with a bag, and we're like Jay uses. Yes, Jason, totally. I'm holding you to that, Jason. Holding you to that. I want, it's like Jay's setup. Let's add me to all of wherever and send me a message on Instagram. I missed the super chat here. I got to go to it. What reel do you like for Mr. Big? P.S. Love the content. Thanks for the awesome videos. Do you have a favorite tape to secure reels? Okay, Scott, I'll give you a pretty hot tip. So far for the Mr. Big, I like the 2500 series Stratix, and I will also be using the 3000 series Stratix this year. I like electrical tape to secure the reels, but if you put a little bit of painter's tape first, and then your reel, and then the electrical tape, you will not wreck any of your cork. Now, do I do it? No, I don't. But should I do it? Yes. Painter's tape, reel, electrical tape. That's my hot tip. Jay's been talking trash, Clayton. He said he's the best ice fisher ever in Canada, outside of Alberta, obviously. That's awesome. Jay, I'm going to believe what he said. You're talking too much trash. I'm coming for you. 40,000 subs by the end of the season is definitely the goal, Ryan. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to go higher. My goal by the end of ice fishing season is to hit 50,000 subscribers. That's the goal. So piles of content coming out. That's the goal. You got to set your goals high. I'm not going to be disappointed if I fall lower, but that's the goal. Sobe, I love you, Clayton. Happy days, dude. Cheers, Sobe. I hope you're doing well down there in this weird world that's going on right now. I'm still catching your videos once in a while. Keep killing it, bud. Hope all is well, Sobes. Sobes, I'll have a drink for you. Little cheers. Cheers, Sobe. PB catfish, nothing very big. Nothing very big, to be honest. Clayton, any dream trips in the future? I'd like to go somewhere and fish the GTs, giant trevallies, on some cool, remote, exotic island somewhere. That's one of my dream trips. Linda says hi and wants you to say hi back. Hi, Linda. When is Frostbite apparel going to be for sale? I'm not sure. I hope soon, because I'd like a new Frostbite hoodie too. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Clayton, do you have any fish mounted? I don't have any fish mounted. I wouldn't ever do a skin mount. I would do a replica at some point, and I have a bunch I'd love to do, and maybe I will once I have somewhere like a nice office or a big office, something like that. I might do something like that. I do have a bunch I'd love to do. I have a giant lake trout I'd love to do. I have a couple giant walleyes. I have some big pike. I have a couple of smallmouth bass that would look really cool, even though they're not that big. Perch. I don't know. It'd be really cool. I am allergic to Jay. I'm very allergic to Jay. Yeah, COVID. Did I get a deer? I did get a deer. I'm going to do a video on that at some point. Enjoyed some Saskatchewan walleye for my birthday. That's awesome. Good for you. Thanks for the great videos, Clayton. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for watching them, though. You're the one that I need to be. How awesome would Walleyes be on the ice? Man, if it just wasn't so crazy, far away and dangerous. You go to Walleyes on the ice, that would be pretty sketchy. You're like 6 hours away from civilization. You're nowhere to stay. You are going to be dealing with minus 40, 4 foot snow, 4 foot of ice. Scary. Look at if anybody watches Justin Jenkins, he goes through like all of that crazy ice up there. It's so insane. He's close. He lives close to it, so he's really not in any danger when it comes to it, right? So, ever try a PC Fun reel? I always forget how to pronounce that. PC Fun. I have not tried any of it. I'm sure they're good. I just have no experience with them at all. Will you make your own fake bait? Will you make your own fake bait brand? I will probably not. Not sure what that means, but way to nip this COVID in the butt. Get our American fishing tours, but we need to. Yes, we do need to. We need the Americans fishing again so I can go to work. Our lodge is all American clientele, so I really need the borders to reopen, or you guys are going to have to deal with me for another whole year. Pronounced piss-y fun. Thank you. There we go. I should know that because sometimes I watch some of Tom Bully's videos and he pronounces it obviously properly. So, do you have a hunting shack? No, I don't have a shack. I hunt out of a little blind. Would you recommend inline reels? Not for what we do. I'm sure they're a great reel for like panfish, but I don't think I'd ever use them for walleyes, to be honest. Is the Sienna a good reel? I heard it's a very good reel. Honestly, it'd be a great reel for the price. You want a reel that's got a good drag system. That's your biggest thing for sure. Excuse me. On your splash guards, there's a rod organizer. Where did you get it? I got it from Cabela's, actually, I believe. And all it is just like, it's a little Velcro strap that's meant to go on your floor decking of the boat, and I just put it on the splash guards. I put it up there, and I pilot hold my 4 holes with like a drill bit, small one, then went a little bit bigger, and then big enough where the screw would fit through and I could tighten it. It's been awesome. What are your thoughts on owning a fishing resort? Tough lifestyle or worth it? My thoughts, a very tough lifestyle. Once you own a fishing resort, you're committed to that. That's what you're going to do. You're so committed to that for like, that's all you're going to do. That's the only place you're really going to fish. It's the only place you're going to put your attention into, if that makes sense. It's super committing. Now, anybody that does it, all the power to them, because it's very hard. Working for a few operations, I've seen how much stress goes on the owner. I know it's very tough. Is it worth it? I guarantee it's very gratifying. Look at like Brian Bogdan. He loves what he does, and he's very good at it up at Wekusko Falls. Joey, thank you so much for the donation. The only thing is, Joey, you're too young to have a shot, because I know I fished with you this summer. Joey fished with me in the Lake of the Prairies Youth Walleye Tournament, and he crushed it. So, Joey, I'd like you to have a shot of Pepsi right now, or Gatorade, or something like that. Have a shot with me. I'll drink the alcohol, and you will drink the Pepsi. Cheers, Joey. Hope you're doing well. You have any plans? We're gonna spend another like 5 minutes. We're gonna go for an hour 10 minute over the hour, just because it's the 30,000 subscribers. What's your favorite spot to fish for walleye on Cranberry Lakes? Where have you done the best? Honestly, the whole second Cranberry for me is really good, but I know lots of guys slam them on first Cranberry, and there's other guys that slam them on third Cranberry. I think they move around lots in those lakes. So there's nowhere that was like better than the other. I know one of the most community spots there is off the south tip of one of the islands there. That's all I'll say. South tip of an island. That's probably a pretty good spot. CSO overtime. Yes. Yes. Let's see here. Come to Hawaii and catch big marlin. Well, that would be amazing. Isaac, I'm in. I'll be on a plane tomorrow. No, I better wait till after ice fishing season. Where to buy 6-inch white tubes. Try Pete's Pro Tackle on Facebook, and I believe they're going to have a website out soon. That's what I heard. Best spot for bourbon on Lake of the Prairies. You know, Tommy, I haven't. Tommy Weeb. I think Tommy Weeb is Tommy. You're Aaron's nephew, if I'm correct. Best spot for bourbon on Lake of the Prairies. I can't help you. I haven't caught a lot of them. I know there's been some caught this year. Look for some like sand points that are close to deep water and see they might come up at the end of the night. But you're probably going to catch them in your like last 15, 20 minutes of the day or throughout the evening. Tommy Weeb, that's cool. That's Aaron's nephew, cousin. Tommy's cousin. That's Aaron's cousin right there. That's deadly. He was actually on a video of Aaron's. You can search like probably 5 years ago already, maybe even longer than that, 6 years ago. I remember that video. That's so cool. Bourbon are very good eating. I need to do more of it, to be honest. I just haven't done a lot of it. I know they're very good eating. I'm back. Congratulations on the 30K. Thanks, Caden. We're going to chat for 5 more minutes here, and we're out of here. Do you have the Humminberg 360 imaging? I do have the 36 imaging. 360 imaging. I just haven't got a chance to play around with it yet. Is it true frozen minnows are hard to get right now because of the low stock bad season? I have heard there is a shortage of them, but I haven't seen that myself. They want to know what video you're in, Tommy. It's a pike. It's a tip-up pike video at Lake of the Prairies. It was actually when Uncut Angling was on TV, but so it might be like a 15-minute version on the Uncut Angling. So go way back in his channels, like way back, probably in the first like 20 videos he's ever done. Yeah, I'll have to find it because it was such a cool video and these kids were so awesome. Just young kids in this video was so good. Top 3 bucket list lakes in Canada other than Eagle Lake. Wow. Bucket list lakes. So lakes I haven't fished would be, let me think. Probably Erie would be one, Lake Erie. Probably Green Bay would be another one. And Canada, Great Bear. Great Bear, hands down. That's the number one. You ever tried Dynamite glow tubes? I have not. I was on the red yesterday. Hope it was good. Josh and the Jam. Do you have tips for locating big lakers in deep lakes? My lake is 200 plus feet in spots and only a couple shallow bays. I always fish the weed bed for shallow pike with a big lake trout or elsewhere. Josh, look for any like main lake humps. If you have like a 200-foot bowl in your lake, that's going to be super tough. Then you're going to fish your points that are close to shore. But look for main lake structure. Those lakers will be out there somewhere, and if you don't have any mapping done on your lake, get out there in the open water season, drive around and find something like tops out at like somewhere like 40, 50, 60 feet deep where it tops out. And I bet you at some point throughout the winter, those lakers will cruise over that structure. That will be my best guess. We'll have a shot for that. Thank you so much. I hope I answered your question enough. Sharp drop-offs are another one, like something that goes from deep to shallow. I'd say the lakers won't be in those weed edges in those bays though. You're looking more for that steep structure. Cheers to you and to all season angler right here. Congrats on 30,000. Thank you guys so much. Oh, so good. Tommy, hey Clay, you ever fished Lowry Lake and Duck Mountain? Any opinion on it? I've only fished it once. I think I fished it once anyway, back in the day. And it's a big, intimidating lake, but I know it's got big brown trout in it. From what I know it's got other stuff in it as well. But yes, I think it's a big lake, hard to fish, but definitely worth the time though. Congratulations. What are you drinking, Clay? Steve, for shots we were having with Super Chats, we were drinking apple pie moonshine. We put a pretty good little poke in that thing right there. And then I was also sipping on a Mott's Clamato pickled bean Caesar. It's very good. Opinion on Aaron falling through the ice. It can happen to anyone. So be super careful. That's my only opinion. Just be careful. Okay, a couple questions here. We'll wrap it up. Do you fish Lake of the Woods lot? I don't fish Lake of the Woods lot, but I believe it's pretty clear. Jay would know more on that, but I think the Aquaview would be very good on that lake, honestly, especially if you have an ice castle. Yes, if you have an ice castle, and I know they're super expensive right now, but 2 words, quad cam. 360 camera. Yeah, I know I'm wearing the shirt right now. It seems really funny in that sense, but it's crazy. They're expensive, but I'm super excited to kind of fish with it. It would be awesome in a permanent shelter. How do you sharpen your auger blades? I get somebody to do it for me. Do you think big mouth buffalo or other rough fish need more attention? Yes, I do. I really do. Really, really do. Congrats on 30,000. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My mom liked the pickled bean clamato too. Yes. It's so good. It's so good. I couldn't see. Okay. What cam did you just mention? The Aquaview quad cam. Quad cam. Quad cam or quad cam. It's brand new out. It's expensive though. Very. How does a guy talk his wife into going ice fishing? Warm and snacks. Warm and snacks. That's all you need to know. That's it. That's all you need. Get any girl fishing. Warm and snacks. Guaranteed. You say those 2 words. 2 words. Say, honey, want to go ice fishing? You'll be warm and I'll have snacks. Done. Best camera. What is best camera? I can't read that. What camera is best for murky water? No camera. If the water's murky, you're not going to see anything. Murky water is hard to see with cameras. You need good water visibility, good clarity. Not going to matter what type of camera you have. If it's not clear, you ain't seeing it. Last question. What brand of rods do you prefer, or do you have many that you like? I have used 2 brands over the last 2 years, the Frostbite and the Tuned Up. They're both very good rods. Right now I'm using the Frostbite because that's the company that I'm working with right now, partnered with them, and I'm really liking the product. The Tuned Up for me was a great rod, more expensive custom rod. Frostbite rods are easier for the average fisherman to afford, but when I want a rod, I don't need something super fancy. I want the perfect action. And last year, starting to use the True Grit medium, 38-inch medium rod was awesome for walleyes. That's why I'm still using them. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to do more of these. I'm going to do at least 10 of these over the winter from now until April 31st. So this is just the first one of the whole winter. We're going to do 2 of them in December, probably like one mid-December-ish. We're going to do a giveaway, and then we're going to do one in between Christmas and New Year's. So it's just a hangout more than anything. I love to answer some questions, hang out with you guys, have a few drinks as well. Remember, if you are going to participate in any of the beverages or the drinks, please make sure you're of age. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching all of the videos, all of it. You guys, the 30,000 subscribers was because of you, obviously, and the channel's growing because of everybody. So thank you so much. Love everybody. Take care. And yeah, get outside. Get inside. Good night, guys.